This series presents information based in part on theory and conjecture.
The facts that will be presented are true. Scientists representing the world's foremost research centers took part in the examination of the evidence.
The Jersey Devil. El Chupacabra. Psychokinesis. The Mothman.
UFOs.
Spontaneous human combustion.
Unsolved mysteries. I'm Chris.
I'm Chad.
And together we're
Paranormal
guys.
You don't have to pause. I'll just jump in.
I don't know about the lag.
Oh, there's no lag. Not on my end. I got the best internet.
I don't think there is on mine either, but it seems like if we talk at the same time, it kind of gets confused.
I don't know. I'm just saying that. I saw it on an episode of What We Do in the Shadows. So Wesley Snipes. He's like, I got the best Wi-Fi.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's been going on for just the past week, Chad?
The past week?
Because we can't say the past couple weeks now.
Well, I'm trying to avoid the regular news.
Yes.
Just, depressing.
Good advice. Yes.
Working, had IV therapy this week. If you hear any weird noises in the background, it's the dogs. They're shuffling around, shaking their ears.
I thought you had like belly dancers or something.
No, we wish. But because COVID, they do wear masks though. It'd probably be okay.
That's right.
That's it, man. Nothing. Just trying to regular old week doctor stuff and trying to sort out doctor's appointments and working.
True that.
Good stuff.
Right. Right.
And yourself?
Not a lot. I've been doing some stuff on the computer that we'll have to talk about later.
Okay. Or do we have to talk about it, or do we have to take the hard drive and dump it in the river?
Well,
I just want to make sure. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why we're doing it, but I'll help you.
Right. The less you know, the better.
That's right. It means I'm not really involved. I was just helping out a friend.
All I can say is it involves the dark web.
Ooh.
No.
Do those dark web box openings. I don't. It's a bag. Is that human hair? Is there a tooth?
Wow.
Yeah, I've watched those dark web. I ordered a box off the dark web opening videos. Are garbage.
Huh.
There'll be like an iPad in there. I'm scared to turn on this iPad. What could be on it?
That's the beginning of a horror movie, like Blair Witch or some crap.
It is, but here's my question. What stops somebody from just taping up a box, even if they mail it locally to themselves, and blocking out all this is where it came from and came to stuff, and just saying, I bought this box off the dark web, and here's all the horrible things are in it. They've got like a bag of mayonnaise.
Well, hell, you're going too far into it. I mean, why even mail it? I mean, you could print out something that looks like a mailing label and just slap it on a box and tape it up and go, look, I got this in the mail.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, if somebody went to that kind of degree of detail to try and BS somebody into thinking they're getting dark web product,
a baggie of mayonnaise, huh?
Yeah, it's what it looks like. It looks like they took. It's just a bag, tied up like you see those old bags of cocaine in movies where it's just like, round on the end,
yes.
Little nugget. And then it'll just look like they put some mayonnaise and maybe some syrup in there, some blood colored stuff. And they're like, I don't even know what this is.
It's a bag of pus.
And then they open it up and they're like, oh my God, this smells terrible. And it just, Yeah, just watch some of the videos sometime. They're done.
I'll leave that to you, sir.
Well, I watch a little bit of everything.
The dark web scares me.
It's not on the dark web. It's on regular YouTube.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Duck, duck, goose.
Duck, duck, go if you want unedited news.
That's right. Duck, duck, go. Yeah. Duck, duck, goose has tried to ride on that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Duck, duck, go. For all of your Middle Eastern arms dealing needs.
That's right. If you need to know what the war is really like in another country, you duck, duck, go it. That's what I've been told.
Okay, fair enough. I like it. So, Chad.
Yes.
If you didn't notice, we had a show a week for the past 2 weeks.
I did notice.
I hoped you would.
I feel I'm getting a little vocal strain.
Oh, are you?
Talking too much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'll live with it. I got some Ludens.
Fisherman's friend.
I like to take one early in the morning when I go out into the pirate ghost fog before I know I'm going to catch fish sticks.
Yummy. I was going to say, I mean, if your voice is strained, I can see if we can get Letus in as an alternate co-host.
It's fine. I think we should probably bring him in anyway.
But anyway.
Yeah.
I think it is time for everyone's favorite part of the show.
The Paro news stories?
Wait, what? You can't say that.
Oh.
Yes, the Paro news stories.
Easy.
I will let you kick it off, Chad.
Okay, well. You like UFOs, don't you, Chris?
Hey, I think it's very much a coincidence that you are talking about liking UFOs. Yes, I do.
Oh, good. Well, I was thinking about UFOs today and yesterday and the day before that. And the Pentagon is actually launching a new task force to investigate UFO sightings. Well, I thought they were already doing that, and then somehow it'd be connected to Space Force. But a story by Paul Seaburn on Mysterious Universe, actually, the title of it is that Pentagon is launching a new task force to investigate UFO sightings. Then he puts, again. Well, he puts, it's August, which means it's time for a monthly update to the seemingly never-ending saga of UFOs. The Pentagon, the New York Times, and Tom DeLonge in the U.S. Senate this month focus is on the Pentagon, which announced it is setting up a task force to investigate UFO sightings, both in and out of the military. Feel free to insert your wait a minute. Don't they already have one here? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But I guess that we need a more involved task force. Says the Deputy Secretary of Defense, David Norquist, will help oversee the task force, which is expected to be officially unveiled in the next few days. According to the officials, previous efforts to look into what the Pentagon dubs unidentified aerial phenomena were led by the U.S. Navy, as many of the documented encounters involved their aircraft. It says, credit CNN with breaking this story, and no other media sources seem to have anything more to say. CNN itself had no additional clarification or comments from the Department of Defense, nor Deputy Secretary Norquist, nor the two unnamed sources, nor anybody new. All it had was a rehash of the various blockbuster announcements of the past 2 going on 3 how time flies years about the Navy UFO videos, and the back and forth on the existence of the Classified Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or TIP, or the AATIP. It was begun in 2007 by the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency, secretly funded by Congress until 2012, and then secretly operated without funding ever since. It says, then a Senate committee hearing in June of 2020 revealed the existence of the unclassified but still hush-hush Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force as successor to AATIP, and the New York Times article covering it had quotes about off-world vehicles not made on this earth and, quote, actual materials, end of quote, from these, quote, off-world vehicles, end of quote, in government possession, which was almost immediately walked back by the authors of the article in Harry Reid. Which brings us to the latest announcement from what little was in the CNN article. It seems to imply that this is a different task force than the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force because it's under the Department of Defense rather than the Office of Naval Intelligence. Both report directly to the president under separate directors. Seems like there should be just one task force, doesn't it? That makes too much sense when you're dealing with the U.S. government and the U.S. military. This seems to be turning from a potential chance that we'll finally have some disclosure on UFOs, UAPs, and ETs to a ball of confusion, or the Keystone Cops, or cover-up. All we can do is keep waiting and pointing out the obvious. We ain't seen nothing yet. And then they said, quoted from Bachman Turner Overdrive. So there you go.
UFOs.
They're still talking about finding out what's going on with UFOs.
Exciting.
In a public, here's what we found out kind of way.
Well, that's the best way to do it.
Well, you know, your alien lizard overlords.
Yes. I, for one, fully welcome our alien overlords.
Due to an inclining overpopulation, we're going to start eating people. We just wanted you to know.
Robert Englund likes mice.
He does. But then again, so did Diana.
That's true.
And she liked microwave pool boys, if I remember correctly.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Chad.
Yes, sir.
Carrying on from your story, I have one here. Also from Mr. Paul Seaburn on Mysterious Universe. Another UFO and strange noises reported in Berisso, Argentina.
Argentina?
Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Argentina is known to be a hotbed of UFO activity, and Berisso on the Atlantic coast across the river from Uruguay is a hotspot in the Buenos Aires province. As in many other countries, officials are slow to respond to sightings and many questions remain unanswered. That's why a recent report of mysterious loud noises and a UFO in Berisso on August 10th of this year was kept anonymous. Yes. Amazing. Was kept anonymous by the UFOcommunity.com website. Will this be the one that finally opens the disclosure door in Argentina?
Will it?
I am from Berisso, province of Buenos Aires, Argentina, and like many of the city's residents, I woke up shortly after 1 a.m. to a strange sound. At first, I thought it was a car waiting to enter your house or the exit of a neighbor. How often do people have a car waiting to enter the house?
I think there's a DUI involved, but I'm not sure.
That doesn't sound too mysterious or UFO related, and the witness agreed at first. The noise continued and, quote, it was annoying enough not to let me sleep more than 5 minutes at a time. The witness, who the website says is a neighbor, went out on her balcony and determined the annoying sound was not from a storm, but appeared to be coming from a vacant lot next to the Berisso Park Cemetery. However, before she could better identify it, the sky revealed something new, Chad.
Whoa, did it?
She says, behind the clouds, but perfect. Oval, light blue, and bright. I never felt anything like it. A cold ran through my body from end to point entering... What? I'm guessing that English is not their first language. A cold ran through my body from end to point entering the back of my neck, and I had the exact sensation that they saw me too.
Oh, okay.
During the time that they were suspended in the sky, I couldn't move to look for the cell phone or anything. It was like I got paralyzed. Never in my life have I felt so observed.
I feel like you're reading the Middle Eastern Bigfoot story all over again.
Could be.
His hands were black, but don't be negative with hands black and look at them.
Yes.
Or however that went.
All your bases
belong to us.
Mm-hmm. No photos or video from this witness, but local social media reports indicate others in Berisso heard the noise and posted a recording. This is not the first time strange noises have been heard in Berisso. The site Info Berisso interviewed Diego Bagu, the director of the UNLP Planetarium, in May about another incident. And he had this to say: I cannot say what it is because we do not know for sure what causes it. I've seen videos and it really is very eye-catching. There is a consensus from the scientific point of view that these sounds come from the atmosphere. Pressure changes are taking place in the upper atmosphere, and this produces large volumes of gas that move, generating a sound. But we do not know for sure what it is. There are some ideas, but we are not clear about what causes it. So there is enough to study in that case. So I think the takeaway from that paragraph is they don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did Diego, did he promote his new spaghetti sauce he's trying to sell?
No, Chad. What is it?
It's just, I figured it was Diego Bagu spaghetti sauce. I didn't know.
Oh.
Thought it was maybe some Argentinian spaghetti sauce.
Oh. So it
Now
seems to be a
that's
good idea to keep an eye on the skies and an ear to the ground in Barizo, Argentina, or Argentina even.
Yeah, which one?
Especially when concerned witnesses say, the sensation of feeling exposed and observed, as if behind my back something was going through my house at the same time that my memories still did not go away.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know if anyone else saw it. I think so, because it was very evident. Now I don't even dare to go onto the balcony.
Sounds like you're reading dialogue from a Japanese NES ROM that they've translated into English so you can play it.
It's like any of the anything you get that has the instruction manual that was originally in Chinese that was translated.
Yeah.
And they just did the literal translation instead of, well, let's paraphrase.
Mm-hmm. Like those Chinese swimming pools that are real cheap, and they tell you not to put your dick into the intake on the filter.
Well, I mean, that's good advice.
Do not man in filter hole. Will injure.
Yes. So
baby plastic bag is bad.
UFOs.
It is UFOs. Creepy. Make my neck feel like someone stare at it back from side.
It's like Yoda was reading in a foreign language and they translated it.
Mandalorian saved me, he did. When baby I was.
Hey, we got that coming up in about a month.
Yeah.
More Mandalorian.
More Mandalorian. Apparently they're trying to save Star Wars still. So we'll see what happens.
Well, so far that's the only bright light in the whole Star Wars universe lately.
Oh, now they're talking about sneaking George Lucas back in there to fix that.
Why?
We need more CGI. That's why.
Well, yeah. You can't have hand puppets and stuff.
Mm-hmm. They're going to make a Grand Moff Tarkin puppet for Rogue One. Fix that scene.
Nice. You know what Star Wars has a lot of, Chad?
Unnecessary dialogue.
Spaceships.
That's right. It does.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, there's kind of a theme to the show.
Star Wars?
Well, that's almost every show we do. But
no, UFOs,
spaceships, and whatnot.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about UFOs then?
Also, the main story for this show.
UFOs and gold.
And this one kind of hits close to home.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, did you know in 1948?
1948?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not the same if it doesn't start with 18.
I know.
But there were 3 major UFO incidents in 1948.
Trace.
Mm-hmm. There's the Childs Whitted UFO encounter.
Okay.
It was in Alabama. That one was a couple of commercial airline pilots saw a glowing object pass their plane, aircraft, whatever you want to call it, and then went up into the clouds.
Ooh.
That one they tried to say was a meteor, but I don't know about you, but I've never seen a meteor that kind of went straight and then veered up.
No, I don't think that's usually how they work. Or they don't send people in space to blow them up or asteroids or any of that stuff.
Well, the next one, the Gorman dogfight.
Okay.
That was October 1st in 1948 in North Dakota.
Huh.
That was where a pilot was flying, and he saw a ball of light, and he decided to chase it, but he couldn't keep up with it. And they kind of flew back and forth at each other a few times before that one just did the same thing and just shot up in the sky and was gone.
Foo Fighters.
Dave Grohl.
Mm-hmm.
But the one we're going to talk about tonight, Chad.
Yes.
Kentucky.
Uh-oh.
The Mantell UFO incident.
Oh, I'm heard of this one.
I would hope.
Wasn't too far from where I used to live.
Since you're the one that gave me the idea to do this.
Oh, that's right. I did, didn't I? Broke the illusion.
So for the story itself, this is what comes off of Wikipedia about the incident.
Okay.
Seems Thomas Mantell was an experienced pilot. His flight history consisted of 2,167 hours of flying time, and he had been honored for his part in the Battle of Normandy during World War II. But on January 7th of 1948, at Godman Army Airfield at Fort Knox, Kentucky, they received a report from the Kentucky Highway Patrol of an unusual aerial object near Madisonville, Kentucky. Reports of a westbound circular object 250 to 300 feet in diameter were received from Owensboro and Irvington.
Mm-hmm.
At about 1:45 p.m., Sergeant Quentin Blackwell saw an object from his position in the control tower at Fort Knox. Two other witnesses in the tower also reported a white object in the distance. Colonel Guy Hicks, the base commander, reported an object described as very white and about 1/4 the size of the full moon. Through binoculars, it appeared to have a red border at the bottom.
Or some bells.
No wine before its time.
No.
It remained stationary, seemingly for 1.5 hours. Just sat there.
Hovered.
Observers at Clinton County Army Airfield in Ohio described the object as having the appearance of a flaming red cone trailing a gaseous green mist. Well,
sounds like taco night.
And they observed the object for around 35 minutes. Another observer at Lockburn Army Airfield in Ohio noted, just before leaving, it came very near to the ground, staying down for around 10 seconds, then climbed at a very fast rate back to its original altitude, 10,000 feet, leveling off and disappearing into the overcast heading 120 degrees. Its speed was greater than 500 miles per hour in level flight.
The hell you say?
Nice. 4 F-51D Mustangs of Sea Flight, 165th Fighter Squadron Kentucky Air National Guard, one piloted by Mantell, were already in the air and told to approach the object. Blackwell was in radio communication with the pilots throughout the event. One pilot's Mustang was low on fuel, and he quickly returned to base. Ruppelt. Oh, what is that? Ruppelt.
RuPaul.
Ruppelt notes that there was some disagreement amongst the air traffic controllers as to Mantell's words as he communicated with the tower. Some sources reported that Mantell had described an object which looks like metallic and of tremendous size. But according to Ruppelt, others disputed whether or not Mantell actually said this.
Mm-hmm.
The other two pilots accompanied Mantell in steep pursuit of the object. They later reported they saw an object, but described it as so small and indistinct that they could not identify it. Mantell ignored suggestions that the pilot should leave their altitude and try to more clearly see said object. One of Mantell's wingmen, Lieutenant Albert Clements, had an oxygen mask, and his oxygen was low in supply. Clements and the third pilot, Lieutenant Hammond, called off their pursuit at 22,500 feet. But Mantell continued to climb. According to the Air Force, once Mantell passed 2,500 feet, he blacked out from the lack of oxygen, and his plane began spiraling back towards the ground. A witness later reported Mantell's Mustang in a circling descent. His plane crashed on a farm south of Franklin, Kentucky, on the Kentucky-Tennessee state line.
Mm-hmm.
Firemen later pulled Mantell's body from the Mustang's wreckage. His seatbelt was shredded, and his wristwatch had stopped at 3:18 p.m., the time of his crash. Meanwhile, by 3:50 p.m., the UFO was no longer visible to observers at Godman Army Airfield. The Mantell incident was reported by newspapers around the nation and received significant news media attention. A number of sensational rumors were also circulated about Mantell's crash. According to UFO historian Curtis Peebles, among the rumors were claims that the flying saucer was a Soviet missile. It was an alien spacecraft that shot down Mantell's fighter when it got too close.
Yeah.
Captain Mantell's body was found riddled with bullets. The body was missing. The plane had completely disintegrated in the air. And the wreckage was radioactive. However, no evidence has ever surfaced to substantiate any of those claims, and Air Force investigations significantly refuted some claims, such as the supposedly radioactive wreckage. Captain Ruppelt wrote that I had always heard a lot of wild speculation about the condition of Mantell's crashed F-51. So I wired for a copy of the accident report. It said that Mantell's body had not burned, not disintegrated, and was not full of holes. The wreck was not radioactive, nor was it magnetized. Mantell was the first member of the Kentucky Air National Guard to die in flight. According to John Trowbridge, historian of the Kentucky National Guard, there is a real X-Files twist to this too. Mantell lived almost his entire life in Louisville, but he was born in a hospital in Franklin, only a few miles from where he was killed.
Well, it's a very famous story, and I had always heard that he was shot down by
did you?
Alien craft. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't there, but most of the versions of the story I've heard is that his plane was shot down.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Adds a little bit of sauce to the story.
Yep. And Irvington, one of the cities that we're talking about, the sighting had come from. Well, I lived in Brandenburg, and so that's like right off the river. Irvington was actually it's about a 10-minute drive from my house when I lived in Brandenburg. So it wasn't that far away. And there's always a lot of weird stuff in the skies that people, seem to see around that area. And then if you go right across the bridge, you're in Indiana, you're heading towards like Mockport, little areas right there. And then you're heading towards Corden. And my mom used to work over in Hardin Memorial Hospital. And she would drive that 10 or 15-minute drive. Well, it's more like 15 to Corden. And they had all kinds of stories about stuff they'd see in the sky. One lady she worked with claimed that a UFO had hovered above her car when she was driving back from Indiana one night.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah. And then I guess I was probably 25, maybe. I was working for a person I knew there in Brandenburg part-time at a liquor store he owned. And we got done working around 11. I got home probably about 1 o'clock after we cleaned up and everything. And I just drove home. And I had went back out on the back deck. It was a real nice night. And we don't have much light pollution out there. And I was looking off kind of towards there's an Olin chemical plant that sits not too far off of 1638, which if you take that, you're driving towards like the Fort Knox has woods and stuff in that area. And then if you take a right, you can actually drive right past the Fort Knox Gold Vault on Dixie Highway. And I was looking kind of towards the Olin chemical plant area. And there was this thing in the sky that it looked like a big orange cigar, hot dog, whatever you want to call it. It was huge.
A cigar hot dog.
Uh-huh. And it was going from, it was kind of going towards the bridge kind of area. And we see a lot of planes and stuff coming from Louisville, and you see helicopters from Fort Knox and stuff all the time. So I thought it looked odd. It was out of place. And it flew around. It like kind of hovered, and then it flew towards the bridge, and it was going kind of slow. And all of a sudden, well, I actually my grandfather was at the house that I was living at the time where I was staying at my grandparents' house. And my grandpa got up and he was going to the bathroom. I said, Grandpa, come out here on the porch and look at this. And he came outside. He was still able to walk around pretty decent at that time, but his knees and stuff had been acting up. But he came outside and he watched it for a couple minutes with me. And all of a sudden, it popped almost like a balloon does. Or no, it's more like a bubble. Like when you see those people make those giant soap bubbles, and then like if it breaks on one end, it kind of looks like it, disintegrates from that end towards
right when they do the slow-mo video of it, and you can see it kind of start on one end and it just follows the outline of the bubble.
It disappeared a lot like that, and it looked pretty solid. It was orange, and after it did that, about 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, all these planes came in, these jet planes from Fort Knox, military jets. They come in and they circled the area for a little while, and then they finally left and went back towards the base.
Yeah.
So, I have seen a couple things out there that are pretty weird, but that's probably the strangest thing I've ever seen in the sky.
Well, Chad, they say if you see one, it means you've been abducted.
Probably.
I've not seen one.
I didn't have any butt pain the next day, so I don't know.
That's good.
No butt pain.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, you don't want
without butt pain.
I know. Wake up with a headache and your butt hurts. You never know what happened.
No, the strangest thing I've ever seen in the sky was, here a couple months ago, I actually saw a trail of whatever that is, the Elon Musk, whatever those satellites that he launches.
Oh, yeah.
I forget what Starlink or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I actually saw those one night.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times now, too, that people have thought they've seen a UFO because of all the drones that are out there with the marker lights and stuff on them.
True.
Because they make noise, but if they're far enough away, you can't hear them.
Well, and it's just other things, too, like the space station and everything. If you're out there on any given night and you happen to look up and see it, and you don't know what's going on, I mean, you could obviously think that was something.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. I mean, we've had the Kelly Hopkinsville goblin stuff. I mean, it's not like Kentucky's devoid of a lot of UFO extraterrestrial kind of stuff either. So they see a lot of things around here.
Yeah, Kentucky does have a lot of stuff going on.
They do. If it's not dogmen or Bigfoot or bears now, because apparently the bears are wandering back in.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And UFOs. But this doesn't have anything to do with UFOs, but something funny. My grandpa, when they moved to Brandenburg back in the 50s, and he was from Illinois originally, but he was posted on Fort Knox. And he said they used to see a lot of weird stuff out there around the base, those woods and stuff. He said there were little bears that used to be out there they'd see all the time. And he said they just look like smaller than average brown bears. And they see them a lot of places out there. And he's like, we saw them there when we were doing stuff around the woods and stuff around the base. And then we just stopped seeing them. So who the hell knows what's out there?
Weird.
Yeah, Kentucky. It's got a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah,
you haven't heard us talk about it on the show.
And you're listening to one right now.
And you've just heard one right now.
Oh, what was it? Was it Monster X? Was that
Monster X? Uh-huh. There's a new show with William Shatner. He's kind of doing In Search Of, but not. That's a William Shatner based one. He's like 90 years old.
Yep.
So they're talking about stuff, and I think it still comes on. Might be a History Channel show, but I watched. They've done a couple seasons. I've watched it. It's called Unexplained with a big X. Unexplained. And it's not too bad.
Oh, good old shows before everything went. We're just trying to make a buck.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they were still trying to make a buck, but now it seems like it's worse than ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so yeah, there's my UFO story to throw in on top of that.
Well, good deal.
Yeah, that's the only real, I don't know, I guess UFO actually something weird in the sky experience I've had that wasn't just like a little blinky light or a chemtrail or something that just looked weird.
All right, then.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Chad, if you wanted to go someplace to see something weird, do you know where you'd go?
Tijuana.
Quite possibly, yes.
Probably have a doctor involved.
Do you know where you could go? It was a little bit more convenient.
Gee, would it be our website?
Yeah, paranormalguys.com. And there's all kinds of information about that right now, Chad, because by the time this show drops, everything should be good to go. But I have been kind of giving the site an overhaul this week.
Uh-huh.
And one thing to kind of put out there for everybody is people listen to podcasts on a blue million different types of devices and apps and everything.
True.
If you are a regular listener to Paranormal Guys and you listen to us where we housed, that is past tense, the podcast on SoundCloud. As of about Friday, which would make that, the 21st of August.
Sure.
That one's going to go dark because we're switching over to Podbean. So up until then, it'll work. We're just leaving that active for anybody that needs to know and switch over.
Okay.
But that will be the new housing of the podcast. Now, if you go to paranormalguys.com, nothing will change. That's still the same old thing. It's just going to look a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Streamlined, nicer, prettier.
Clean it up a little bit, put a little wax on it.
Exactly. Spit shined it.
Yep. Make it noise.
Right. So, and that shouldn't change for anything like Blueberry, Apple Podcasts, anything like that. That should all fall into place just nicely.
Groovy.
So go to the website, listen to the show. There is a link on there to where you can send us an email, some stories and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. We can probably send something through the hotline too, right?
Right. So if you want to email us, that's theguys@paranormalguys.com. And as Chad said, we also have the Pong hotline that you can call and leave a voicemail of a story. Chad likes to hear stories.
I do. I love stories. Haven't gotten that.
Is 502-230-7656.
Mm-hmm.
Call and leave a message. Let us know some interesting stuff.
Do it.
And then, as always, we're still on Instagram, just Paranormal Guys. You could find us on Facebook just type in Paranormal Guys, you'll find us. And while you're over on our Facebook page, check out one Mr. William Blanchard's Facebook page. He is the gentleman that supplies all of the music we use on Paranormal Guys.
Musical genius.
He is. And his Facebook page is William Blanchard Soundtrack. There is another way you can connect with Mr. Blanchard I just found out about. He has redone his website to where you can go and purchase a lot of his awesome music, like the song we use for the show is Eye of the Storm.
Mm-hmm.
And that is williamblanchardmusic.com. I was kind of messaging him back and forth when I was telling him we were kind of redoing the site and everything and asked him what links he wanted me to put up for him. And he told me, I went and checked out his site. And on the music we use for the Paro News Stories show, for the icon for it, he has our screenshot, like what we use for the show.
Oh, nice.
And it says used as the theme song for the famous Paranormal Guys podcast. And I sent him a message and I said, I don't know about famous on there.
You know better. We're infamous.
He thought that was pretty funny, though.
Nice.
So, yeah, all those good ways you can find us. Find Mr. Blanchard's stuff. He does some really good music.
He does. His stuff's cool. I enjoy it.
Some support.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Another show wrapped up.
Another one in the bag,
as they say.
I can't take that though. That's the carpet bagger that goes around to places. He's like, here's another one in the bag. He went to the International Paranormal Museum a couple of years ago and did a video there.
Oh, I think I did see that. I didn't realize that was what I was watching, but yeah, I think I do remember seeing that.
I shared it on our Facebook page.
Maybe that's where I saw it.
Probably. All right, sir.
Yes, until then, have a paranormal week.
Biggie, I didn't know that you were at the circus tonight.